イエスというわけで、ディスコエリジウムのですね、配信、またやることにいたしました。前回のですね、ディスコエリジウム1周目のね、最終回の配信は、収録を終えてから、まだ2時間ぐらいしか経ってません。その状況でやりたいわけなんですけれども、まあ、当然ながら最初からというところでね、はい。一つ気になってたのがですね、このまずはじめにアーキタイプを選ぶところなんですけれども、思想家神経質に肉体派ってあるんですけど、この肉体派って肉体派のね、非常に荒っぽい拳で世界と対話する仕事はできるがとてつもなくバカっていう。とてつもなくバカっていうのがね、すごいすごい引っかかってな。というわけで、このとてつもなくバカのね、キャラで、今回はですね、やってみたいと思いますと。今、スクショを撮っときました。はい。仕事はできるが、とてつもなくバカ。これでやっていこうと。はい。でも、2周目なんでね、ポンポンポンポン飛ばしていく感じでやりたいと思います。いつものあれですね。このボイスオーバーも全部聞かんで、あれだね。
Your conscious ferments in it, no larger than a single grain of malt. Ever, never, ever.
これでこれを選んだらどうだろう。
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it. Yes, it is. You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing upon nothing. Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage. All right. Nothing town to fuck all borough.
ここら辺は適当に飛ばしていこう。
Do you want me to upgrade that to a one-way trip, sir? The song of death is sweet and endless. But what? Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache. A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound.
これでここら辺は何選んでもあんまり変わんねえよな、多分。またひどい格好であれだけど。
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring.
まあここら辺はね。ここはもうあれなんだね。あれだったか。あれすることなくこの装備することなくあれしたら。
One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. What you have in your hand is a truly... The switch must be broken, because a terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. It's just a little hangover-induced photosensitivity. Don't overreact. Little black spots dance on your retina.
まあここら辺はこんな風にねやっといて、左足そうなのよな。
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings.
照明がついているでプラス1になってる。
The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside. A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand. More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor.
手に持って使うタイプの物体ではないと思われる。手に持って使う物体なら手足を割ってから引くことで。
It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. The single green shoe you found fits the hole almost as well as your foot.
で、あれだもんね。
Congratulations.
おめでとう。お前が自分の靴で窓ガラスを割ったことが判明した。
Have one. If you're lucky, you could still find the other one on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
うん。
A cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
これで出たらあれなんだよね。出たら歩くのがめっちゃ速くなるんだよね。ここでめっちゃ速くなるんだよね、これね。はい。
There they both. Two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snake. Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
はいはい。で、自分の部屋に戻ると。うん。0.4リアルを手に入れた。でこうと。詩人を呼ぶべきだ。
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base, and steam covers the mirror. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface, abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't know what you see there. Behold.
そしてまたこれ。
You have no idea who this thing is, do you? Whatever it is, at least it's dead now.
少なくとも死んでいるのは確か。
On your face. Oh wait, Is that an expression? Are you... Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. Oh my God. You can't stop. It's like it's not... What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? You should check yourself for a pulse, because from here it looks
こんなんだ
like
ったっ
you
けな。
find no sign of life on your swollen neck. However, putting your hand on your chest reveals an irregular heartbeat. You appear to be alive.
これも低いのか。
It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
とりあえずこうするしかないんだな。このあれでも。はいはいはいはいはいはいはい。
Hello, officer.
これはこの人無視していくことできるんだろうか。いけるっぽいな。とりあえず無視していってみよう。ここら辺もあれだね。
You should totally sing karaoke here. The first chance you get.
被害でもカラオケをしなければなりません。
People need to know your vast oceanic soul. Utterly. And it needs to be heard. Through a PA system. By other people. Whether they like it or not. Ram it up their ears, says your adrenaline gland. Violently express yourself. You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious. No, don't sing the happy song. It's stupid. You would need another copy of the tape. The one upstairs is destroyed.
で、こいつにとりあえず手半仕掛けてこ
A
う。
man in his late 20s stands behind the counter. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely ignoring you.
No, I'm not the bartender.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop. What kind of question is that? I don't know, am I?
Not far from here, a 34-year-old man called Jean-Vic Maire reluctantly picks his facial hair while a dark-haired woman in an officer's suit waits for an answer. A typical police station hums in the background. Telephones ringing. The whir of a Rolodex. Have you seen the way he dresses? The man asks. It's like he's not even a cop anymore. Shows up in here looking like a clown, reeking of alcohol, screams at
これはあれだな、前回出てこなかったな、これな。
Let him sort it out for himself. A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. What looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used. A small engraved steel tag says, "The Great Skua, Ste Koari's Skua."
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
こんな感じの流れだったっけか。
Hello, Cindy. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
とりあえず君に話しかけ
A
てと。
bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's. As you approach, he narrows his eye on the sleeve of his bomber jacket as well as on its back.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
これやってみるか。
Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau. No, you won't. Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau is one classy name, and you're
なんだ
one
これ。
classy cop.
Yes, well. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here? If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
まあ、とりあえずここはハったりをかまそう。
And the interviews? Good. But even if you haven't, we'll have time for that after. Have you removed the dead body from the tree? So the body is still in the tree.
まあ、一周してることを前提にちょっと
This
や
is
って
the
こう。
first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight.
What a shame. Get to it now. Rip that body down from the tree.
– まあ、
After
こうだ
you,
な。
officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible. But
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever.
で、
The man with the unimpressive beard.
Mr. Gart, right?
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an
やっぱりこれあれだな、このボイスオーバーがあるとついつい聞いてしまうよな。
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
This sounds like something you can use to call this Sylvie later.
You said you just got here. From where?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep...
But you still know your way around, yes?
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live...
I didn't imply that. Detective. I have everything. You? The body was behind the building, right? How do we get there?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
And how do we get there?
See that door there? Go out and turn right. There's a big hole in the fence.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
とりあえずあれしみか。失敗した。
One moment you're running with the wind, then you've suddenly turned around and are giving him the finger, furiously, with both hands. Why?
Watch out!
おっと
Everything goes dark.
Back so soon. It was no accident. Those were disco moves from your spinal cord. The spinal cord has yet to reveal itself to you. Its mysteries are unholy mysteries.
なんだこれ
You are way cold. Cooler than the bottom of the sea. I was wrong to let you go. I should have kept you here. Is it bright where you are? Is it terrifying? Have you felt the love?
That is too bad. We all need a little love.
無様だ
Okay.
No, you have sustained a trauma to your lower neck. In addition, you have strained your left trapezius muscle. Pain surges down your back when you move.
Ma'am, are you all right?
Oh, I'm fine. He just tripped over my chair. Check on him.
無様すぎる
Sir, I didn't mean for this to happen. I'm sorry. This has always been a cop-friendly place.
無様すぎ
The
る
drinks are on the house, okay? There were a lot of drinks on the tab. I still have to charge you for 3 nights and the broken window.
ちょっと下がってる
With your back against the cold
あ、しまった
frozen floor, you feel the pain recede. You just need to get up and dust yourself off.
Not
いや
entirely.
回復させる意味なかっ
You
た
still owe me 100 real. If you don't have it by tonight, I can't let you back up there. And for God's sake, watch out for yourself.
よし
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
とりあえずこれ選んでみる
Why
か
did you say that?
No. But isn't that an expression, not a place? Up on Marvel Hill, a great high place, one that is impossible to climb back to.
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. Entertain the thought when you get the time.
ちょっと待って、ここでフローケージ。
Advantages?
ちょっと待って。思考フローケージ。よし。これでどうなるんだべね。
Can I help you? What thing? Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. They come here in the evening.
We should find out
Well,
who
to
this Lord
us,
faction is occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business. He wasn't pan-fried, he was lynched. What could the kitchen possibly have to do with... Fine, okay. The kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the cook is working. You can snoop around... What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Absolutely out of the question.
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place.
よし。はい。どんどんあれしていこう。まだあれだもんな。まだ30分ぐらいしか経ってないもんな。
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with? We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all. Of course. What can I help you with? Me? I am just a gardener. I am working. I have a greenhouse in the yard there. Well, as you probably know, there's a corpse hanging from a tree there. It's...
Don't worry, miss. We are...
Salts. Ammonium salts. Perhaps useful for later.
この次は聞いておこう。
Where to? It's there.
Even all the way over here. There's a drop of death in the...
What do you mean? We're in Martinez, sir. This intersection is called Roundabout North, I think. There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really.
そうだね。
The harbor gates, some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. But that got closed down ages ago.
Rows of stalls under a broad roof, where silvery fish were heaped on newspapers. Water everywhere, pouring from the heavens in the shadow of the old church.
Anything else? It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay. No problem. Of course. I won't hold you back.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy.
Sure. Keep them. I have another pair.
Really? No.
で、これを装備すると。じゃーん。 とりあえず、ちょっと待ってよ。とりあえずこっちに行くと。
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
低い。
The tire track
あ、成功した。
by an unknown
17なのに。
that took place some days ago. It's a message written in the language of burnt rubber. Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling and then accelerated straight into the fence. The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building, before heading south. Must have been in a hurry.
You are correct. This is a rather motor carriage-friendly city. I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez. With the jam right here on the roundabout, I would keep them separate.
You could follow the track south. There seems to be a canal there. See where they went.
で、こっちに入ると。はい。はい。
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack. Because it's nice and orderly, well laid.
見るの用になるなじゃないんだよ。これはあっちでないとダメだもんな。
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like, and his tongue, you seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
とりあえずあれしとくか。
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails, all over the yard.
これも低いか。
What do you think you are? A super detective? You're
ダメだこりゃ。
These are just dents in the mud. No pattern emerges for the time being.
ダメだこりゃ。で、
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags. The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, or...
Did someone say, pry bar? Pry bar, pry bar. Your palms yearn its cold touch, to grasp it once more, as you've done so many times.
Or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
Ask the manager? Bullshit. Go straight for the pry bar.
じゃああれだな。一旦、こっちゃ行って、はい。これを、
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered. Vapor emanates from the large end. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you. A metallic drawer slides out from under.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not...
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand. Cold and heavy, like truth. You feel useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. The handles are long and you can do good work with these. Cut chains, lock. It's robust.
もう全部あれだね。
Lets you see things in the dark. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest.
よし。とりあえず、これらのあれを持って、で、道具、とりあえずバールを持って、こじ開けると。何？
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
低いか。
Fourth time
いやー、
is
ダメだ。
happening. You've jammed the pry bar under the lid, but it just... What is this? Your triceps ache for the metal to bend, but it resists. This calls for a potent curse to help break its resistance. Utter...
The quality of metal is not the problem. From what I see, it's sturdy enough.
There's a creaking sound as the pry bar slips under the lid. You hang from it like a moron. Huff. Unsatisfied.
よく減少した。
You hear a ringing sound, full of itself, content, happy. You
ダメなのか。
Let's ask the manager for the key. This is clearly not working.
The dumpster is goading you. It thinks you're...
なんだな。あれ、まだあれだね。ということであれば、はい。とりあえず鍵を借りに行くか。でこれで、
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already? Sweet Lord, a whole hour. And you haven't thought about rum and lemonade in all that time? You've truly extinguished all trace of yourself. Maybe later? What is this? Casual Friday? What's with the lackadaisical laxman attitude? You used to be passionate about getting your drink on. Show me you're still young. Right now, motherfucker. What happened, man? You used to be cool. Go get your boring normal person drink then. Get your drink on and your act together.
酒を見つけて飲めがもうあれしてる。で、
A colorful piece of plastic is dangling On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache.
こいつを起こしたことねえんだよな。
There is only one way to awake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a hurricane. Rip the buildings from the earth.
Why the yelling man? Wait, what? I was just sleeping. What do you want, officer? Yeah, what about it? You know, people die here every day. Someone's found
野良犬に食われたやつ。
another one falls in a manhole. A third one gets eaten by stray dogs. If someone has decided to die on top of a tree, then how is it my concern? I can tell you this. Trouble's ahead.
You have a pretty solid feeling that the man's not just mouthing off. He's strong, but even he has reasons to be cautious here.
You heard what I said. Draw your own conclusions. That's all I know, and I prefer to keep it this way.
The lieutenant gives you a little nod, then makes a note. So Union people think he was a killer, he thinks. Even sleepy hair. This doesn't help a lot, but it's something. Good work.
Indeed. Help yourself to some. Wait, no. Oh, it's empty. So that's the name of my employer.
He doesn't sound too enthusiastic about this.
How's it going? Haven't you noticed what's going on outside? We're in the middle of a strike down at the army.
まあストライキをやってるっていう情報がもう聞ける
For
と。
one, I get you some more shut-eye in the mornings. Right to work, right to sleep, I say. They got it. Measurehead's got it.
おう
He's guarding the
メ
gate.
ジャーヘッドの名前がこ
I
こでもう
just
出てくるん
getting
だ。
some sleep.
The way he says Measurehead implies ultimate trust in this head reckoner's physical prowess. He seems like a worthy rival. You should slay him. The dock worker doesn't answer. His head is already back down on the
こんな
table
もんか。
in sweet sleep.
でもうこの酒はあれなのか。この酒はもう飲めねえのか。飲むつもりもねえけれども。
Can I help you? Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing the debt.
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too.
I thought as much.
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Okay then. Maybe you're callous yourself.
What do you need them for?
まあストレートにこ
Concerns
う
the
いう
case.
人。
Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
あ、これ。いや、でも金がないんだよな。先立つものがなければな。あれだよな。ゴミ袋ってどこで手に入るんだったっけか。どこら辺だったっけか。 ととりあえずね、ゴミ袋がどこにあるかちょっと確認したい。なんだ、ここでお金を手に入れた。はい、原文まま手が3つなんだよね。なるほどね。あとはなんかない？ここも一応入ってみっか。
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
You mean this? This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
Yeah, me neither. Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but... I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so... Not really. No. I didn't know him at all. I don't know really long. I don't know.
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know, okay?
Okay. Uh-huh.
まあこんなもんでしょう。
The tear machine stands in the corner.
Oh, that's the tear machine.
まあこんなもんでしょう。はい。あれだな、ゴミ袋どっかで手に入んねえかな。どこで手に入ったっけ、ゴミ袋。あれをこの瓶の回収をしたい。あ、こんなとこにタバコ落ちてんだ。知らんかった。
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philip. As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece. Something with great kinetic energy seems to have impacted the cuirass, around where the heart is. Bullet
これがね、
I
あ
can
そこに
see
繋がってくるとは
it,
ね。
but I take your word for it. Well, Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. This place saw a lot of action during the revolution, but the statue is recently renovated, so maybe a joke, target practice, or a political statement. Why not? What this shows us is guns aren't too uncommon here, and people still shoot them.
The king stands high above you, surveying the
吹いたよ。
mute and indifferent. Even
もう
by
成
the
功した。
standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip, well, his own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into he called it the Sol Auron. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers. But wait, you haven't even heard about his fate. You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national. Not just any nose candy, though. We're talking Royal Philippe Blow, allegedly twice as potent as the stuff you find nowadays. And purple. Cocaine.
情報が多い。
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later. Right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries, a group of marble pleurons still surround the king's vandalized tomb. A deathly cold wind sweeps up candy wrappers and old newspapers. The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships. Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on the... People in Martinez tend to disagree, as Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned.
とりあえず低いけれどもあれだったな。あれしたな。低いけれども当たったな。よし。金が手に入った。これ金を手に入れた。白いタンクトップ。ここはまだ調べられないんだな。うん。これはこうだったっけか。こうやって回ってこうだったっけか。うん。で、まだあれかい？全然経験値がたまんねえな。ここら辺もうろついてるか。あ、そうだ。ここ、ちょっと待ってよ。とりあえずこの子に話しかけてみるか。
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open. Are you interested in a new and exciting book? It's a bookstore, sir.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl. You're fooling nobody.
分かってるって言ってんだろ。
Are you okay? You've been... Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books. My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
とりあえず、あれか。あれについては聞けないのか。ほいほいほいほいほい。とりあえず、一旦話しかけといた方がいいだろう。犯罪とロマンスと偉人で。
Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space. I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
ここら辺もちょこちょこ調べといた方がいいのか。はい。で、一旦ここでクイックセーブを挟んどくか。はい。で、ここなんだよ、問題は。
You see a set of
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
just as you're about to pull apart the curtains.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done. If you
超心理学的なものになりますけれども、これを見たら最後、取り返しが
She
高く
looks
なる。
away. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just
No! Please.
lies? Rip them. You see a tattered set of curtains and a polyhedron.
はい。
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture.
I warned you. You're
で、ここでとりあえず、はい。とりあえず、はい。ふふ。あなたの男らしさが脅かされる気がする。
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens. What if you just break it down? Only an echo. No one is there. A hollowed out, dark echo. That's right. Take in your surroundings. You need to have a solid ground and a proper posture. Steady breathing. Solid core. You've got this. With one shoulder forward, you're ready to smash into the door. The room is dimly lit and littered with old barbershop rubbish. It's made of a solid block of wood, but it has stood there for ages. The hinges are old and coated with a carmine layer of
よし、
rust.
成功。
It should be doable.
めっちゃ痛そうにしてるけど。
You smash into the wood and see a small crack appear on the door frame. It's going to take...
You're not thinking of trying again, are you? What is this place? Yes, but no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us.
Some specks of dust shimmer in a faint beam of daylight. An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Yes, because it's closed. Now let's move on, shall we?
Hmm. 砲丸投げの弾、ここでもう手に入るんだね。
A barbell lies on the floor. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights.
これやめといた方がいいな。 ここではな。はい。はい。ここでお金を手に入れた。うん。またもお金を手に入れた。うん。これはこうだったっけか。
Your flashlight slides over, and some of the writing has faded with age. These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins, casting, wax-based, translucent welkins, with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins, hailing from one of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different. It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a Welkin supremacist. The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with Welkin.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures. This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real. Just look at those details.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes, entire oceans,
ここら辺はもう見
frozen,
たからあれだね。
albeit
飛
dark
ば
and
してこ
cold. This vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario. A desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes." This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. It looks a bit like an academic calendar, only much more brutal. As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament." The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: "Call in, tune out," "Wirral untethered," and "Heat death of the universe." The full text reads, "Heat death of the universe is the new black." Outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its bosom. Snowflakes in the wind. An old woman passes what the locals call the doomed commercial area. She tries hard not to look at the bookstore windows. It's unwise.
ね。ねじゃないんだわ。お、ビビった。
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker. Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123, unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled The Looks like a surveillance program.
やっぱりあれだね、この前やったと、この、1周目にやった時と、全然あれだね、この、キャラのさ、性能を変えることで、全く違う、展開こそ、まあ、大きく変わらないんだけど、このテキストに出てくるさ、あれが、テキストに出てくる概念が全然違う、あれだね。違う感じになるね。
They must have had massive hair width. These things don't come cheap. Someone very important, the leader of a massive on-air game built by these people. Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, a list of names under the stations suggests people across 6 Isolas would be playing Muindi, Insulinda, Kotla, Grad, Samara, and even Ilmara.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious the project became. The schedule. I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
で、このコンピューターは、あれだよな。このパスわかんないから、あれ、わかんないよな。
The radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
What he means is that these things cost money. Why would anyone just leave it behind? This is the Ream Civic radio computer. Model.
We have one of these down at the station, but I never really learned how to use it.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print key. It's empty like a beehive without its brood. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment.
で、これを
Like
差
a
し込ん
smooth
で、
draw, the filament slides into place. On the a bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine. Oh no.
で、
It was already glowing and now it's also making a sound. It's probably some alien CO-like technique. The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall.
Good morning. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule? Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered. One moment. Fortress Accident SCR produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. Any other questions? The filament you have inserted into the reader. Yes. Is that the production schedule? Good. Please repeat the password. Received.
That sounds bad. A lot. Don't worry. Passwords ever.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne.
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian Repeater Station. It's my job to know where you are. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cube.
On an island on the river Esperance, a small woman, all skin and bones, sits in a room filled with audio equipment. Thousands of tiny lights are reflected back from her prescription lenses, like stars in the dark.
Now, please tell me if there's anything else. Thank you.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework.
とりあえずパスがわかんないから、パスはあそこに行かんの、教会の方に行かんとわかんないからね。多分ね。他はこっち行くしかないか。
Okay, what do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace? Yes, that is the question.
Like he's ready to lay out a fine theory, crafted together like a puzzle box.
It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers. Through call-in stations, none of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the game master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations.
His fascination has swept aside.
夢中になってるな。
Coordinating so many games would take a whole switchboard of people, possibly divided into sub-frequencies.
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Graz, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry. But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an inter-isolary game before. We just don't have the technology. Indeed, those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the WeWorld board game, with hit death thrown in.
なるほどね。
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard. Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but... It's too late for that, I'm afraid. Okay, let's keep moving.
よしよしよしよしよしよし。で、とりあえずここでクイックセーブを挟み。とりあえず気力を回復さすか。マグネシウムを手に入れた。
You see, a terrifying. This ice bear is a hypercarn. The lieutenant doesn't answer. His eyes are glued to the animal. A sharp slice of light, a gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his... The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has... You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further.
A friendly cartoon bear smiles back. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate.
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge. I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity.
で、インタラクトできるあれが手に入ったので、X だ。
The note is written with a blue pen.
Does it say anything interesting?
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct. Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from... You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place.
Looks like someone from that radio game company upstairs. I'm a little surprised they just left their property lying here. That's a plausible hypothesis. It belongs inside a radio computer, storing its memory. It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right? It's like one of your discs. Some local miscreant, probably. There are tons of them running around in Martinez, ready to stir up trouble. I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the ice bear fridge.
で、あれだね。これははい。
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Seems like an old bunker from the Revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache. There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away.
Are these any good?
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest. But one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way. It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say.
He likes this find.
よいしょ。で、こっからあれして、で、こうか。
Two cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to some kind of a buzzing fridge-like thing nearby.
この前にこれは出るのか。ここでこれを開ける、ここを開けることができると。はいはい。でもやったんだけどな、これな。やってあるんだけども。ザ・フェドとお金を手に入れた。
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut. Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping.
で、ここで、あれでしょ?
Two cables are plugged into the breaker box. Something close to you dies.
Why did you do that?
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
で、あれだったっけ? こうか。で、このあれだよ。
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it.
Looks like it. No one has used it in ages. No signs of any...
It's dark and grimy here. The echo is so prominent. It's impossible to
What are you doing? Wait, really? You should investigate. See if someone's upstairs.
こっからどうやって入るんだったっけ。なんかどっかからあれだよね。こっちじゃねえか。ぐるっと回って、あ、こっちだ、こっちだ。絵はがきがあるのはね、あれだよね。
An iron safety curtain curves before you. What an odd thing to do. Still nothing. Those curtains prove.
痛い痛い痛い痛い痛い痛い痛い痛い痛い痛い痛い痛い
Your
痛い。
fist hurts now.
There must be another way to wake up whoever is in there. Maybe we should ask the lady.
Bent metal, broken glass. Your path lies strewn with the broken. You are the destroyer, the bane of inanimate matter. Kudos.
まさかの、ここで思考手に入るの。よし、じゃあ、一旦、クイックセーブを挟み、で、お、あれだな。これ何を割り当てればいいかな、これ。必要になったら使うでいいか。あれ。通覚域値マイナス2、痛い。反物質特殊部隊。なんだこれ。ところ、平成マイナス2、通覚域値マイナス、通覚域値マイナス2、平成マイナス1。よし、一旦戻って、ね、はい。で、この人に話を聞いてみると。
You broke down the back door, the wards, the door. I suppose it's all over. Just a door. This place. I hope you're happy now. Happy that.
Most Almighty, she prays. Guard me and my honest business venture from the curse that lurks behind the door. Blessed be your name.
Of course you would think that. You're nothing but a policeman. All right. You know what? I'm willing to let you investigate the doomed commercial area. We are set on the...
Her facade has dropped.
But before we go on, tell me, did you encounter the malignant entity? Yes, the malignant entity that lives inside the chimney. It takes the shape of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she knows more about the curse than she lets on ever. Yes, I've heard that. It's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains upstairs. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building.
If you're really interested in cracking this mystery, then we should go back to the furnace. Maybe you could yell into it or something. Make some noise. You'll think.
とりあえずここを一旦あれ調べとこう。念のためクイックセーブをまた入れといて。 こう行って、こう行って、こうじゃなかったっけか。ああ、こう行って、こう行って、こうか。じゃなくて、ここに行くよりも先に、こっちは行って、こうだ。で、ここで、はい。
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths.
Hello? Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs.
You hear a low...
After you, officer.
これやってると
The
どうな
lush
るの？
layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles. Your hands look ancient. Maybe you could paint something with this coal. Leave a cave painting for future archaeologists. No, that would be stupid. Still, it's good to have this dirt on you. Real men wear coal for makeup.
で、戻って戻って、で、こっち行ったら入れるようになってるから、あ、こうだ。うん。
Hello, I'm Nia. Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Amelius. So what kind of dye are you looking for? Yes, Amelia is like mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking. I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need.
As she speaks, her bone-like fingers fiddle with a ring. Her bones light, but her hands strong.
Very good. My rate is 10 real per set, unless you want something really unusual. Take a look around and see if there's any particular stone you want. How did I become one? It was a business decision. Some of my friends were role players. Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players is nothing really.
The
ここら
lieutenant
辺は
nods.
もう結構飛ばしていこう。
directly onto the courtyard.
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard. During daytime, there are usually those kids. But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid. It's an odd profession, making dice for people, but I like it. And I prefer doing this to sitting at home. I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up.
She nods.
Anything else, officer? Of course. Tell me what you have in mind. I think I have just the right one for you. You're a police officer, right? Here, catch. They're a gift from me.
Mr. Smooth moves. You snatch the dice out of the air with one hand, just like you're in a movie.
What are the odds? The red one is made of bloodstone with a lapis lazuli inlay.
She winked back at you.
You definitely need luck in Martinez. Was there anything else? We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know. But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken.
Creative.
When she arrived here, there was no room anywhere else. She must have known the other businesses.
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true. It's just capitalism. We only hear about tales of success, so it's
単に
often
資本主義が
surprising
も
to
たらした
realize
結果
how
を
many ventures
資本主義は体に悪い。違うから。そういう意味じゃないから。
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energy spared her somehow? Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in racks? Some people say it's part of the building complex. You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the East Otakamar Central project. And then there is me. I've been here for 14 years,
14年間
selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious and
It's because she's in cahoots with the demons.
これかなとりあえず。
Is that what you think, officer? That the curse is real?
The jig is up. The she-demon knows you've uncovered her true identity.
どうしようかな。まあこれか
Exactly. Truth is always so disappointing, but I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything else I can help you with today? More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
Rats scuttle in the dark rooms under the abandoned blow dryers and
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that worked.
you wouldn't like it either. The others would like It's not about the haircut. It's about the confidence.
Me neither. I just wanted off my face. It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemitep's boxing club. A community project. A kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger. And it didn't. If anything,
You should have known it.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever. Oh, this one's a... Turns out, the business was actually... And they never cleaned up the debris
これ辺を
either.
飛ばしていこう。
Now
はい
it's
はい
just littering the whole. It's a sub-Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murder.
What does she mean to
ハーブも決めずにハイになれるもんなのか。電気科学がちょくちょくあれし口挟んでくるよな。
Don't worry, the ICP has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed.
Good luck with that. It's not easy catching those perpetrators. You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist?
But what drugs exactly?
聞き流そう。
Anything else? There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple. The atelier. And you know how all kinds of and, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refuse to be seen in chitin from... Actually, insects...
As she shifts around, you notice several...
Anything else? They were made by... Honestly,
What
I
do you
think
want
it's
to
quite
say?
funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula, or Tumotiri, or Hashtkor, or wherever he... The usual, I imagine. That he's been thinking up all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he...
Men like that are a curse.
Sure, but Slipstream is history now. All the remaining... I have no idea why those...
Maybe you could make a sword out of one. No, wait, forget it. It would take too long.
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio. They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems. They certainly took their work very seriously. The usual, they ran out of money and... Well, I did hear them talking at times. They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest. Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, in the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough...
Showing up to work on time is hard. No,
And so is producing something extraordinary. Anything else?
あとは、
Oh boy, the place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. There was really just one, and it involved picking up and by men
Fritta does the same thing.
employing silky teenage girls is a widespread practice, yes. And they already had the bear. The bear. Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile. Eventually, Ravishell Ice City lost the price war to its rival, Glace 5000. Glace 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges. Maybe, because the taxidermist who made the bear definitely wasn't doing. He said that the bear was his vision beast. He said he met his
Scary, but
Megatherion, a mega wild beast. It's an imaginary beast that by telling you to do more drugs,
a wise and noble beast, guiding you toward the land where the streets are paved with drugs.
Very good. You shouldn't do them. Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire.
Little sparkling outside its light.
Anything else? Another failed business, perhaps? I've been here for a long time. Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else? I'm listening. Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
You feel nothing. If anything, it's uncomfortably warm in here. She has begun to idly clean one of her carving tools with a dirty kerchief.
まあ
The
こんなもん
tool's
だろうな。
sharp
と
edge
りあえず
shining
おか
in the
ん、
light of her desk lamp.
おかん。おかんに割り振って、またあれしてみっか。これあれなんだよな。
I'm listening.
こっからまた戻ってやんなきゃなんないのかな。
Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
A gust of cold air sweeps through the chimney. The stones and minerals on the shelves rattle as though agitated. For a moment, it almost feels as though you're outside the building, exposed to the atmosphere.
Didn't we already talk about this? What are you talking about? My address is exactly the same.
No, the old coal plant that used to be here is subsumed into the new venture. Its ruins swallowed up. Yet it has a different address.
このおかんっていうのがよくわかんねえんだよな。このおかんっていうね、スキルがよくわかんねえんだよな。かつてここにあった古い石炭発電所が新事業の一部として組み込まれ、その跡地ごと飲み込まれたのだ。だがその場所は今の町の中心にありながら違う住所を割り当てられている。なるほどね。
Are you saying my business was spared because of technicality? Where is this coming from? And what? Does it mean that I'm safe from failure?
She starts laughing, her fingers trying to rub away the exhaustion from her face.
Do you know what this is? It's a mourning ring. I made this when my first company failed. It was a small jewelry shop right here in the East Delta Commerce Center, built with the little I inherited from my parents. I drove it into the ground within a year. I didn't have what you would call a viable business plan. It wasn't just a jewelry shop either. I always thought that it was just the world that you were supposed to try again and again until you finally succeed. And now you're telling me what? That it was all because I didn't run my little shops and ventures from a group inside an abandoned chimney? Yeah. Or maybe it's the entire world that's cursed. It's such a precarious place. Nothing ever works out the way you want it. That's why people like role-playing games. You can be whoever you want to be, you can try again. Still,
ダイスを振ることにすら暴力的な本質が潜んでいるのだけれど。
It's like every time you cast a die, something disappears. Some alternative ending or an entirely different world. But anyway, thanks for sharing your theories, officer.
こんなもんでよろしかろう。おお、危ない。びっくりしたわ。
Wow, you work hard. Oh, yes, you hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide. Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, sand, and linoleum. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way, and you won't let it break you. You ride. A little. You make money. You got gills, baby. Got those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco Negros and the Solas. It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop and a sprinter and a money printer. Sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle 24/7, ride or die. Now, ask yourself, are you rich? That's right. You work hard than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave, and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that? Because of the taxes. G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you every time you buy, every time you wipe your ass. They got their direct and their indirect modes of taxation. 98% of all your money.
これであれか、間接的な課税方法が来た。間接的な課税方法。で、とりあえず、思考をいくつかセットしておこう。セットしておこうって言っても、あれだな。不安定な世界。うわ、何これ、一時的な研究ボーナス。あらゆるレッドスキルチェックが失敗する。なんだ。とりあえずこれあれしとくか。あれだけど、このさ、ペナルティがすごいけど、あらゆるレッドスキルチェックに失敗する。マジかよ。あらゆるレッドスキルチェックに、このあれが、このあれだよ、装備したね、思考が、ね、この、育つまでに、そういうことになるっていうのがね、恐ろしい話だよ。これまた低いのか。金がねんべな。はいはいはいはいはい。はいはいはいはいはい。この人に伝える前に、あ、今あれか。やったもんな。
What have you found? And also, do buy the books. There may be teachings in them. A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep. I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
She's squeezing on the pendulum too tight. A drop of blood in her palm.
これは
Wait, what? The entire economic system is cursed? Precarious world? Economy? I understand what's going on here. You went in there, rummaged around, and accomplished nothing. And it's okay. You don't have to. I was wrong to trust another person. Thank you for nothing. Please, do buy some books, or be on your way.
Wow. Total psychic collapse between you two right now.
I am sorry we had to disappoint you, ma'am.
The shop around you feels ancient suddenly, damp and saturated by the coastal air. The books are rotting. A great cold lives here, and there too.
Okay, but please, only a few questions. You wouldn't want to disturb the spirits. The curse is so... It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin. But officer, there's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. It's not good to talk about the curse.
Such wraiths may prove a formidable enemy. Suit up.
Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists. The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the... Oh, this? No, there are numerous
なんか
spells cast
あれだな。
I had
ただ
those anointed
やっぱ
with
り
different inducements.
ひたすら読んでしまうだけになってしまうな、これ
Guaranteed
な
to。boost sales 15%. Yes, the Simonees are very crafty and their wards are extremely powerful. Lesser wards simply won't do here.
The woman
でも
before
ま
you
あとりあえ
scans
ず
the store,
やってっか。
her shoulders rigid and tense.
とりあえずまた経験値を積んであれしたけれども、ね、どうしようかね。
All around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away. The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting. Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hair. Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world. Your shirt sticks to your chest. The shoulders of your disco blazer grow heavy. The cold finds its way in under your skin. You shiver, and the city shivers with you. You're not dressed for this weather. You should get an overcoat or a patrol cloak. Sheets of rain over the water, a flight of stairs leading into the ocean. Wave after wave washing the coast of Martinaise, with its motorboats and gently sway. The ruins of a half-sunken seaport crumble on an inlet beyond the Bay of Revachol. Ghosts rise into the sky. The skyscrapers of La Delta, the financial district. Faint golden light seeps from the office windows. Urban coastline, rain dripping off Eternite-covered roofs. Cinder blocks left over from half-finished construction. A defunct research and development building, once seized by revolutionaries. An old wooden church stands on stilts above the water.
このおかんっていうのはあれなんだね。この百科事典とあれだね、属性的には似てる感じなんだね。
Coal City, end of all lines. Your hair is an oily mess flecked with ash from neighboring coal plants. Smokestacks rise somewhere in the distance. There's a fleet on the corner. A plastic coat is folded into a small triangle under the counter by the window. Beyond that, the strike breakers have gathered. The great gates of the industrial harbour are locked. A chill runs down your back. You shudder like an animal trying to shake water from its hide. Behind the gates, heaps of supply crates, red and blue metal shipping containers, slick with rain. The Greater Revachol Industrial Harbour is an artificial mountain range. Immense wealth resides within, and immeasurable poverty in its shadow. La Drusienne, King Dries passenger harbour. Cruise ships flanked by dock arms. Cranes watching over the mouth of the river distributary. Couronne, the lower middle class. Distributary after distributary cuts the city blocks in half. 7-story buildings trail off into the rain. A silvery curtain of rain over the houses. The class divide. Capeside apartments. Tower blocks crowd one another. 4.46mm bullets still lodged in their war-torn stone walls. Hallways collapse from the mortar hits of a war that was lost long ago. Clotheslines go to waste in the rain. Radios play. A yard. Rain falls onto the roof of a woodshed. Coal leaks into a puddle beneath a dead man's feet. He swings from a tree, bloated. Drop. A traffic jam. Rain thrumming on the roofs of motor vehicles. Inside, drivers watch water streaming down their windshields. The statue of a king shudders. He too is cold. The canal bridge has been raised. The road ascends. A raised motorway loops above the ghetto. Beneath its concrete columns, a sea of rooftops, woodwork, and tar stretches northward. Revachol is the capital of the world. Jamrock is the capital of Revachol. Droplets form on your eyelashes. It's home. To be in Mountain Maze where no one goes, at the runoff point of a long-forgotten canal, in the whitest part of town, in the shadow of the day the revolution failed. Standing in the rain, looking north, where Jamrock Rock City stretches inland.
I've a brother in the cut. Where the wood at?
In the rain-swept distance, above the rooftops of Jamrock, a repurposed silk mill stands perched above the motorway exit. Precinct 41 hunches in the rain. It's the only home you have now, but you can't go back. Not like this. Your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. The rain stings your eyes, making you look up and blink. Coalition aerostatics hang like apparitions under the cloud cover. Way up there, where rain forms, rotors flutter silently. Your sight clears.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. You should get a raincoat. There's a freight to the east. They sell them there.
ちょっと待ってよ。これは、何だったっけ？ここで、耐久力。
Right through you with his white eyes. The body below.
耐久力にとりあえず割り振っとくか。耐久力に割り振って、どうなる？
There he still is, looking
まだ
right
低いんだ
through
な。
you.
で耐久力が高くなるような装備はなんかないかい？衣類。とりあえず肉体装置を強化しておきたいな。で、あれではね、金そんな溜まってないけど、レインコートを買いに行くか。おーい。またいや。じゃあ、戻し作業をやります。はい、戻ってまいりました。というわけで、あれだ。あれ忘れてた。このスキルポイントは耐久力に振るの忘れてたわ。で、またクイックセーブして、はい。で、振り捨てに行くと。 この人にもう一度話していってみるか。
It's raining. It was clear just an hour ago. Excuse me? Oh, well, I didn't write it there. I don't know anything about that.
No need to worry. We are...
Okay. Well, I didn't.
で、
You see several packaged raincoats. The packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed. No need to worry about them.
そんなにすんの
Here you
か。
go.
よし。オッケー。で、レインコートを装備する。レインコートを装備する。お、耐久力が上がった。イエーイ。これであれだったら、これで耐久力足りなかったらあれだな。また別のところで、あれだね。スキルポイント上げて、あれしようか。あ、そうだ。これもやんなきゃなんなかったんだ。はい。
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid is with a well-oiled. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. Of course you should. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for...
You see, you've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows, the methodology in your fingers. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil syrup. Among the threadbare kitchen tap, as the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to...
The victim's clothes? Drop them in here, officer. Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty. Or empty. The belt is missing.
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt.
This is a military type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light.
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force. Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked and...
The fuck's he on about, kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
See?
The lieutenant nods. It's just organic. What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clip.
Officer, is that your paperwork? It is. Look. The plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash? Well, lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries. Organized crime, and it would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and
お、
select the
なんだこ
interact
れ。
tab to read
フローケージスタイルでお宝を求めて掘り起こすってなんだ。
Wow. An armistice caliber 50 knock cannon. Half wrapped in paper tissues. so shiny. It's a giant rifle, and it's very expensive. Not as expensive as that fat string of pearls snaking around the rotten banana peels, however. And is that Cordon Electric's preamp with Electra F2 tubes? It is. That catches quite a price. We're talking 12,000, easy. Unless you're into hi-fi yourself. No, you won't, because none of those things are real. They're not actually in there. All you see is food waste and crisp wrappings. All you see is a broken mug with a racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron. The container sounds a muffled gong.
OK。
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
で、はいはい。
There he still is, looking
低い
right
か。
through you with his white eyes. The body
でも
below
一度これはやっといた方がいいだろ
to the smell.
う。失敗してゲロ吐いた方がいいだろう。多分。リアルな音なんだよ、これ。こうっていう。
Until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat. The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it, distilled spirit and bits of shish kebab.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it. The hangover is clearly making these worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. If you can handle the headache, some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor. That young woman, the gardener, mentioned she used salts for the smell. If she doesn't have any, there might be some in the fridge store nearby.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
そんなんだったっけか。これをもう一度あれじゃねえか。
An inconspicuous
ああ、
pile
ロックされ
of
て
the
るか。
roofing material, Eternite.
マジか。こっち行けないね。こっち行けないから、あれか。こっちから行かんきゃないのか。ここでアンモニアを変える？
A small
金
cabinet
があ
on the
れば。
Um, just ask me if you need anything from Saint Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium. I don't know. Let's see. Nosafed is a nasal spray. Duramine. I don't really know what hypnogamma is. I guess it makes you feel less shit. It's recommended. No. Sorry. I'm not like.
Nosafed heals +1 health. Duramine heals +3 health.
Saint Baptiste. You know. Saint Baptiste Pharmaceuticals. The one that sells meds. Yeah, there's like an ampule somewhere.
アンモニアそれしかかからんのか。
Okay. Don't, like, overdo it or something. よし。とりあえず、ここで立ち去る。はい。
とりあえず、懐中電灯持ったまんまあれしてるけど。あ、そうだ。一旦、これセーブして、遺体調べてからの方がいいよな。別にそんな急がんってするから。身分証をなくしたことの報告ね。で、これで、こっちの出目が修正される。五分五分。
With his white eyes, the body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now. You crack open the ammonia ampoule and
あ、これであれなんだ。アンモニアのアンプルはなくなるんだ。
It's a spell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your eyes squinting,
they do after 7 days.
The man before you is naked.
まあここら辺はあれだろう。
Appears to be so delicate and.
They are armor, no boots. Technically speaking, these are sabatons. Ceramic plate, zirconium under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model. The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know. No, I think he had something precious underneath the clothes. They had to remove the jeans and shirt we found to get to it. And this kind of armor is often
で普通にやったのに普通に聞いてるけど。
They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre, the Mazda, the Besmerties and the like. This one still has his underpants.
Fucking talking about underpants.
It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical unit. For a full set, about 4 years of wages. As a wage, it's regrettably small. But for a piece of hardware, yes, that's a lot. That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company. But that's just hearsay. I agree. This equipment is way beyond what...
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a port. The pry bar in your hand is itching for some action.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally.
Faint, organic lines cover the plates. The stench fills your nostrils.
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal! What's wrong with you, Ash?
I don't know, baby.
Officer, if I may ask, what were you trying to achieve by pulling on the deceased foot?
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above. Oh my, there's something on the belt. A familiar word that speaks to the third. Vermilion, in yellow letters, along the length of the twisting cargo belt. Only a deep longing for vermilion golden spirits lets you decipher the fading logo of the local brewery.
Extremely. Industrial strength, the kind used for tying cargo to lorries. Yes, it looks like they use whatever was on hand, paying no attention to not incriminating themselves. The brief suggested as much, politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing? Then you should ask me the first moment we get. It's not merely polyester, it's steel reinforced. See these lines? This is where the wires run. I see rabbits for more than 20 strands. This makes getting them down much more problematic than I had assumed. A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. I think they lassoed the branch, then pull down the belt, buckle closes. It's what I would do. Seems easier than climbing up there.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small...
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great Century Messinian, maybe.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains.
なあ、なんか普通にあれだな。
He wears a wide leather belt. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminum.
A Truget Sunshine. Mini.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
ここら
I
辺
have
はあれ
only
だね。
two ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour on.
In case we need it. It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. Sure, just don't lose it.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by. His eyes are milky, dark brown hair
これ辺もあれ
grows
だろう
on
ね。
his head. His face is ready to explode from the...
もうここであれなんだ。ここでもうできるんだ、これ。
Into the wild pale yonder. In the past, way out in the west. I'm a joke. Look at me. A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
Takes one to know one.
ならお前の盗塁ってわけか。
Go ahead, Cobo. What do you mean? It's the power of your imagination.
まあ
Go
な。
ahead. Ask me more questions. You fucking love questions. Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions? Coming right up, copperoonie Rooney. This is getting upbeat now. Fuck no. You're no Rooney. Listen to yourself. You're not a Raphael anything.
Oh.
You're probably just Harry or something. That's right. Harry.
ここであれなんだね。ここで初めて
You can
こ
be
れが出てく
anything
る
you。want, brother Copo. Love did me in, brother Copo. It was love all along. Because you have. Sure, Lobo. I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this? Looking at my face, motionless, looking into my eyes, standing here. Why are you investigating my murder? I am all you have. Then you truly lost it all, brother. Let the world drag it all away from you. And what it left, you pissed away. And here we are. Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above. The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Of course. You
これは
have
またこういう
questions,
のも
don't you?
これ選んだら
Do
どう
I
なの？
remind you of someone? Sure I do. You just don't want to admit it. Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso. As you narrow your, only the lower.
How should I know why you are squinting, officer? Oh. You are trying to assess lividity.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think?
But there is no breath to catch, only the cadaver filling the air and your nostril. As you narrow, only the lower extremities are pink.
How should I know why you are squinting, officer? Oh.
The monster comes.
So, what do you think? I think he was upright immediately after death.
これであれだ
Blood has
ね
gathered in his hands and feet, and his neck. The noose acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis here is in tune with the hanging. That's what I think. There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
But there is no breath to catch, only the cadaver.
The steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting it. Climb up there and saw the branch? I don't trust that ladder. The assailants didn't use it. It's rotten and less sturdy than it looks. And I don't see another good way up there. Honestly, I prefer a non-acrobatic solution to this. Clown cops climb tree, fall down. Enraged cop assaults children after falling from tree. Cretin cop, they like that word, saws the branch he's sitting on, literally. Local children report corpse mutilation.
Fuck yeah, climb that shit, monkeys!
See, you're only making them do those things less.
Yes, we should use acrobatics as the very last option, after we've tried everything normal.
Oh, these have got to be the most fucking boring mulka parts I've ever seen.
Someone else? You mean like the police? Someone already did. You know who came? I know it's hard, but I assure you, they are... Someone else? You mean like the police? Someone like a paid garbage man? Or a cleaning crew? I have bad news for you. That is a detective. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't.
まあ、とりあえずこう
I
だ
was
ろう
really
な。
hoping we wouldn't. The union appeared to be suspect.
Confirmed. It's unsafe.
Okay, they do have the tools and the man. And since it looks like they put him there... Okay, let's do it in the lousy, dangerous way. From the gates, by negotiating or fighting. I'm unenthusiastic about fighting. Or we can try to find some secret third path. It's unlikely though.
To the gates. Let's fight, I say.
まあ、とりあえずあれだな。はい。
Hobocop.
で、これは
You wouldn't be a cop
これ
anymore.
ボーナスは
But a hobo. That would mean game over for the cop chapter of your
なんだ
adventures.
こうスペシャルコレクターエディションの空き容器がマップ上に表示される
To the pier or the sewers.
空き容器の買い取り価格がおかんの上限学習上限が6に増加した。なるほどね。OK。で、反物質特殊部隊もあれだね。物体を攻撃するとダメージが回復する。通過区域値プラス1。あらゆる肉体の学習上限が1増加した。だって。OK。よし。でだ。一旦、落ちるなよ。落ちるな。これは何だったっけ
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material.
と、四角に1割り振ってやればいいのか。で、なんとかなるかな。四角。OK。で、再抽選。おいや、失敗するんかい失敗するんかいねえ。まあいいや。じゃあ、一旦セーブして。で、はい。おっとっとっと。これももう一度やったらなんかこれも6中か。これがさ、分かんなかったら結構積むんだよな。結構な勢いで積むはずなんだよな、これな。金が欲しいよ。でもあれなんだよな。港に金いっぱい落ちてんだよな。確かな。こう言って、またね、こいつにも話しかけとくか。
Bastards! We have a right. Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here. You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down. We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes. Good. We're fighting for a cause. Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds rights of people, rights of workers, to have gainful employment, to make... Maybe you should ask them the questions. We have families.
So do we, Scott.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet. I know nothing about a murder. Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They'd do anything. Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity. Let us work! When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people. Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and work.
When the man moves around, you perceive some serious abs. There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls held on by a belt.
まああれだな。あんま仕込んでるからな、こいつはな。
Corpulence. He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not.
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not talk. We came here to help them.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No.
You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
What's it to you? Am I a suspect? Done no crimes. I only fight for the rights of people. We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work.
A monstrous shadow high above the fire traps of the domain. The 881 motorway running over this district of Jamrock. Concrete pillars rise up from the midst of the dilapidated wooden houses. Life in the domain is even worse off than in Martinez. The cold air is stiff. Below, broken down, battered people mill on the dusty streets with no purpose. Yet amongst them, there is no sight of this man. Nowhere.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell? Uh-huh. A long time ago. We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates. Main gate's locked. Would take heavy. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is. Huge Seminese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind him. Bad. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a
この人とこんなに話し込んだことねえな。
and he's trained. I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no joke, and my men are tired. And like civilized folk, you mean? These native fuck.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge. What's it to you? No, don't think we've met before. I came to help out the people. We're all workers, right?
A monstrous shadow high above the fire traps of the domain. Life in the domain. Below, broken down, battered people.
Yeah? What makes you say that? They know me. That's bullshit.
まあ、とりあえずこうして、まあ、これはここまででよく。
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses. Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, I think. Gotta be bloody
普通にあれだな、黙ってやってしまうのかな。黙ってやってしまったらあれなんだよ。実況のあれは低音なさないんだよ。
Personally, I'd rather beg than scam. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something. We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time. I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cops for less money. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the wild north? Come to see the strife? Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder. Of course, Policia. It wasn't me. You can rule me out. Easier that way. Body still hanging in the tree? Hey, that's a rough pickle. Can't help you with that, sorry. I'm not really an admirer of dead bodies. Might be someone else from the Union can render assistance. I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage... I walk right past Measurehead and go in. Yeah, the 2.5-meter tall Semini supremacist there. Walk right past him, then press the button to unlock the door, then go past him again, and you enter the arbor through the office. Está. Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could measure head in a physical
直接拳を交えて勝つ。
or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible. Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong.
Nothing a couple of solid hooks from Dexter and Sinister won't fix.
Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition. Sure.
まあこんなもんでよろしかろう。こっちはいけるけど、そっか、ここは閉まってんのか。ここでメジャーヘッドに話しかけてあれしなきゃならないのか。でもあれなんだろうな、スロット空いてないんだよな。だからちょっと他のところを回ってあれすっか。ちょっと別のところを回っていきましょう。とりあえずこれもやっとくか。
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, the frequency tableau lights up, and a green button labeled Prime, the soft purr of electrical kittens.
This is Precinct 57.
Hello, Alice. Please assist our...
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button.
Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over. 10-4. What's your status? Over. 10-18. 10-20. Over. 10-18. 10-20. Over. State your message, sir. Over. 10-9. Repeat message. Over. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
10-22, the captain. This sounds bad. Bad and scary.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge? Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would defend yourself immediately. They're laughing at you.
He's asking you to stop. Says this is serious.
Of course it's serious. He lost his fucking badge.
Satellite Officer Vicmar concurs. Losing your badge is serious. Over. He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Oh goddammit. Is he fucking kidding?
Satellite Officer Vicmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over.
Mullen dicked us.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, what's going on? Super.
He lost his badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
He asks you to please...
Why?
Sergeant Orson was...
You'd have to come back. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
He's not replying. Looks like he... 10-9, come again.
New Heights, ask him. Ask him if he's...
Sergeant Orson wants to know if...
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know. It's gone. It's...
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. 10-1, you're breaking up. 10-9, repeat please. Over.
マジかよ。
10-9, come in, officer. Over. Come in, officer. 10-9, repeat message please. Did you misplace your firearm? Over. He says he doesn't have it.
Dear God, he lost his gun. Oh.
This isn't true.
Mac can face a giant of coal. Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost his... Ask him if he's still...
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here.
Now is a good time to say fuck and ass and so on. That'll make this all right.
That's a negative.
What's he saying?
He said he sodomized your mother.
The prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some nerve he's got. Sure have Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. Tell him to apologize.
Sergeant Orson requests that you apologize for the claims you made about his mother. Over. Mac, he says you shouldn't have impact.
Who?
Satellite Officer V. I'm afraid he might be referring to himself as...
Fire water? He's lost it.
Satellite Officer V. 10-4, affirmative. Officer in pursuit of his firearm.
普通に俺黙ってめっちゃあれだけど。
Officer, do you need further assistance? Over.
Roger
that. 10-10. Over and out.
うん。 で、あとあれだ。ちょっと待ってよ。一旦、はい。で、もう一度あれだね。無線で、無線であれだね。シルビーにつないで。
What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on.
Received.
Lieutenant gets arrived.
Officer, I have Sylvie. Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer.
There is no resentment.
You mean why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you. You know whom? Maybe, I don't know. No, not me. What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union already knew about the court. No one calls the police. The union would get angry. You know, what the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez is de facto policed by the dock workers union.
I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
The other people who live around here. Local people, You don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt. Please, I just didn't want any trouble. I didn't know I had to report it. I thought someone would take him down eventually.
The fucking nerves on her. Trying to hide behind weakness. You're a god. An angry butt.
Yes, I know. It's just... No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Yeah, go on. No, I don't know. It wasn't me. I haven't been out there since. I was terrified of the stench and the corpse. Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law. Oh, no, I haven't, sorry.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? Yes, you absolutely should.
やべ。
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun detective. You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating.
Sounds like it's going to be bad. Do you really?
You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes.
People tried to back away from you, or even slip out of the door. But you screamed. I am the goddamned law, and you have to listen to me. You are all suspects in a murder investigation.
Me neither. No idea. All I know is making money instead. Saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns. It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask. Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. The disco things. Well, you tried to jam it down. I am sorry about that. Anything else, Detective? No, absolutely not.
やべえ。
That came so fast, you can't but wonder
何を解くと。
Baseball, ring a bell quiz shows, catching keys in the air, petting an angry cat.
I do hope so. Please don't call me again. Bye.
No, she doesn't have a problem with you. It must be someone else she's angry about. Some other guy, like Gart. Trust me, you wouldn't want to be the guy here.
その男にはならない方がいい。
Yak, yak, nag, nag. No, you're the guy. You're Lieutenant Love, matchmaker extraordinaire. Help the poor girl out, lest she turns into a spinster. What misogyny? I'm just telling things the way they are. Can't a man be honest in his own? You have to act, Lieutenant Love. Think you can do that, Lieutenant Love? You're just a gimp. What? You want to be more empathetic? Nothing's wrong. It's just sexuality.
Call was terminated by the other party. Anything else, officer? 57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers.
はい。というわけで、もう3時間近くやってるから、もうこれで今回は締めにしますか。はい。なんかこういう風な感じで次回以降も淡々とやっていくような感じになっていくかもしれないですけれども、まあ俺が到達したエンディングとはまた別のエンディングもあるかもしれないんでね、これでまたちょっとしばらく、まあ、何回かやってみようかなというところではございます。はい、というわけでお疲れ様でございました。ではいつものやつやりましょう。はー、労働は体に悪い。というわけでお疲れ様です。